Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with another Hearthstone Arena. What am I doing in practice mode? Here we go. Turning down the volume. Oh god, I'm a mess. Hunter time! And we're off. Okay, we'll take Explosive Shot. I'm growing to like this card more and more. I mean, in the worst case, 5 damage for 5 mana on a minion is fine, and then the extra damage is just a bonus. Misdirection can sometimes be good, and Injured Blade Master is a vanilla 3 mana minion, but the shot makes the bigger difference to the deck, I think. Take a multi-shot here, because it's a good card to have one of, and an arcane shot. I'll take as many of those as you give me. Hearthstone. Freezing Trap, a card I often wish I had, but then when I have it, it's not actually very good. We'll take the Hunter. You do get a little beast out of it, and it's a good 3-drop also. Okay, I'm not gonna go crazy with Houndmaster. We'll just take a Deadly Shot. You always want to have one of those if you can. Take the best 2-drop in the game. And an epic. Alright, so we can take Molten Giant, which I'm not a super big fan of, but at least it's not as bad as Mountain Giant or Snake Trap, which, well, it's a finicky card. It's difficult sometimes to get that to fire. I am going to go for it over the Molten Giant. It's a close call, but people don't usually play around it, so you can maybe sneak some wins out of it. Okay, I don't want this mediocre taunter, so it's either the Harpy or the Tracking. Let's take Tracking. Although that's not a card you generally want to play on turn 1. It is nice later on, so that you can not only cycle, but actually have a choice of what you need. Okay. Leper Gnome or the Bloodsail Raider, so I can go for a turn 1 play for some more aggression or just a generic 2-drop. Well, we'll take the turn 1 for some aggression here. Got another option to take Misdirection. We'll take a Sunwalker, though. It's a much more reliable card. I'll take Novice Engineer over Multi-Shot number 2 to get some card draw and some plays. Wow, am I getting Multi-Shot number 2? So Hunter's Mark does work well with Multi-Shot. It works well with Explosive Shot. It even works well with Snake Trap, but, you know, you're kind of pushing your luck when you say that. So I could take a second multi-shot or a Frost Elemental. We'll try the Hunter's Mark. That'll set me up for Unleash the Hounds. Hopefully I'll get one of those. Hey look, Hunter's Mark, Elven Archer combo! No. Ordinarily I might take the Ooze here, but since I am playing Hunter, let's grab Iron for Grizzly to open up the option for future Buzzards, maybe Hyenas or Houndmasters. Alright, we already took a Hunter's Mark, so I don't really want another one. 2 is more than what you want, so we'll take a second Leper Gnome. It's turning out to be a little bit more aggressive than I'd like. Well, here's the Hounds. Definitely want those. I could take this Monkey. Now, the Monkey's actually not been terrible for me, but I'm going to take the Geomancer instead. I've been really loving this Geomancer lately. It's nice to have spell damage, and there's a decent amount here with Explosive Shot and Arcane Shot and Multi-Shot. Okay, let's take a look at this Panda situation. Do I have any synergy with it? Nope, nope, kind of. Nope, nope, sort of, but not really, and not really. This Panda's not the greatest. But if we're going to go aggressive, we're going to want more 2-drops, so I will take the Panda there. Alright, how aggressive do I want to be? Stormwind Knight's definitely the safe bet here. It's just a solid 4-drop that, you know, still deals 2 damage. This is much cheaper. You can drop earlier and get your damage in earlier on. Let's not go too crazy with the aggro, though, and take the Stormwind Knight, because that is very solid. Okay, the Drag Scale Healer's a nice body, but we'll take the Ooze for some weapon breaking and early drops. Defender of Argus for buffing and taunt, or the card advantage from the Drake. We'll take the Defender for the damage and the taunt. Now, I could grab Timberwolf here to try to combo with the Hounds, but I have no Buzzards, which make Timberwolf a lot worse. So we'll take Scarlet Crusader then. It's a much more reliable 3-drop. Multi-shot again. No, we'll just take Ascension. It's nice to clog up the board. Wow, okay, fine. I'll take another multi-shot. Jeez, quit yelling. I'll take another Novice Engineer to keep the deck flowing. Here's an interesting moment. I don't think the Twilight Drake is good with my curve being this low. I could take Explosive Shot number 2 for more clearing. Or the Highmane, just so I have like one big endgame creature besides the Sunwalker. I'll take the other Explosive Shot. Let's go for the removal here. Kill command is very, very strong. The Tundra Rhino can be good, but the kill command is good because I can hit the face with it directly and close games out. We'll take a Fairy Dragon because Snipe is awful. No, I'm going to go aggressive. We're going to go for the Infiltrator here, so this is an aggressive deck. Ooh, Explosive Trap or Arcane Shot. So they both deal 2 damage, but the Arcane Shot is cheaper and deals the damage on the spot. We'll take the Trap here, just in case I get into a tough situation. And, yeah, this is actually kind of nice. I'm going to take the Eaglehorn Bow for some removal and burn potential. It is an overpriced Fiery War Axe, but hey, it's 6 damage over 2 turns, and that can make all the difference when you're a Hunter. So, ended up with an aggressive Hunter deck. I don't normally go for aggression when I play Hunters. I normally try to go for sort of a mid-range type of thing and, you know, burn the opponent out with steady shots in the long game. So we'll see how this works. I don't actually know. It's not an aggro deck, just to be super clear. It's not aggro. It doesn't have like a bajillion, smillion 1-drops, but it is definitely aggro-ish. Okay. This is a little risk, but I'm going to keep the Hunter's Mark. Now, the reason it's a risk is because that's not a super great card. However, if I do keep this and the little piglet survives from the Razorven Hunter, the Hunter's Mark could actually kill a really strong creature on turn 3 or 4. So I think that's like a risk worth taking. Now we're just going to be playing our Panda on turn 2. Sadly, I didn't get any of my Leper Gnomes or the Worgen Infiltrator. That would have been a pretty big help. Oh, especially because my opponent looks like he's going to play something. He has a Leper Gnome. See, this is why you need your 1-drops. If I had a 1-drop, I could kill this thing. As it is, I'm going to have to content myself with that Leper Gnome killing my Panda, which is annoying. But, okay, so hopefully he just steady shots here. Leper Gnome kills the Panda. I play the Razorven Hunter, and we're still off to the races. Okay, so I never got any buzzards in this deck, but with my Novice Engineers and tracking, doing okay card advantage-wise. My opponent decides to race me. Well, I'm going to try to punish him for that insolence by playing this Grizzly I just found and hitting him in the face for 3. So this Panda could be dead, the Leper Gnome could already be dead, but now he's got to like work for it to get past the Grizzly. Now he could play multi-shot, that would be the best card he could have here. Eaglehorn Bow is alright as well. Got to remember that Eaglehorn Bow triggers whenever a secret is revealed, not just whenever one of your secrets is revealed. And he's going to keep on hitting me with that Leper Gnome, so he really thinks that this is going to go in his favor. Gosh. Well, that's how he wants to play it. I am going to race him. I think that my deck is the more aggressive deck, especially because he passed on turn 2 with a steady shot. So I really think I'm gonna have the win if he tries to race me, and I'm content then to trade damage, especially because I'm hitting him for 3 and he's only hitting me for 2. So I feel like this is a winning situation for me. Now the pig is in place. If he drops a 4-drop or a 5-drop, the Hunter's Mark is there for the pig to kill it. The pig it came for free with the Razorven Hunter, so I wouldn't even be going down a card for that. That would just be pure card advantage. He will trade the Leper Gnome for the pig? What? Ah, jeez, okay, so multi-shot kills him. Okay, so it doesn't really make a difference. It just looked emotionally weird, but it was the same exact thing. Okay, well, we're gonna drop a couple of creatures here. Fairy Dragon, I mean, he can kill it with the Eaglehorn Bow, but then he'll take 3 damage. He'll be at 18. 15 after the Scarlet Crusader, and I've got removal here, so I can just keep on whacking him. Plus, the Scarlet Crusader is difficult to kill. Alright, he's got a trap, which is unfortunate. Okay, well, probably, I don't know, it could be a lot of different things. We'll attack with the Fairy Dragon to check for Explosive Trap / Freezing Trap. I have a feeling one of them might be even Misdirection, so we're about to find out. Okay, so we have a Freezing Trap. Was this an Explosive Trap? I believe they would both trigger if that were to happen. And no, so it's not that. Okay, well, let's attack here to check for Misdirection. It's not Misdirection, so he's probably got a Snipe in there. Well, if it's a Snipe, I'd rather lose the Leper Gnome. Yep, there's the Snipe, killing a Leper Gnome. And we're going to put the Fairy Dragon right back. Now, at this point, of course, he's got a lot of charges on this bow, but notice, he really can't get too much card advantage out of it because if he keeps hitting my stuff, he's going to take lots of damage. So if he hits the Fairy Dragon, he'll go down to 13 health. He's got another secret. Man, this guy loves his secrets. Okay, wow, he really loves his secrets. He managed to get the Eaglehorn Bow quite high up there. So it could be more Freezing Trap, more, you know, what's his face? Snipes. Or there could be an Explosive Trap in there to pop off the Divine Shield. But same deal as before. Man, I really wish one of these were a creature. I'm going to check for Freezing and Explosive Trap. This time it's a Misdirection, so hopefully that hits my face. Good, so it just dealt 3 damage to me instead of to him. And then we'll check whatever the other thing is. Okay, so it's again a Snipe or possibly a, could be a Snake Trap also. Snake Trap or Snipe. Okay, so I've got tons of removal here, but I might actually die to just his garbage. The bow is 9 damage plus the steady shots, so I'm pretty much dead actually because of this crazy bow and the bajillion secrets. He is going to kill the Fairy Dragon, taking 3 more damage, so it's going to get very close here. Very close indeed. He's dead in 4 turns to steady shot. If I get kill command or arcane shot, I can speed that up a little bit. He's got a demolisher here and another secret. Oh my god. What is up with these secrets? Is this actually going to stop my Scarlet Crusader from attacking? Well, if it's Explosive Trap, it won't, but if it's Freezing Trap, it will. Unleash the Hounds isn't that great. Let's go ahead and attack. It is something or other. It's a Freezing Trap. God. And the bow gets another increase. So I'm going to play this back. And it's a Snipe. Okay. Cute. Now we're going to steady shot him. So let's see. He can deal 3, 4, 5, 6 damage, 7, 8 if the Demolisher hits my face. And no, it hits my Scarlet Crusader. Well, it's going to be a close game. I guess I underestimated the trap plus the Eaglehorn bow thing. I might be able to win. He unfortunately did not oblige me. I was kind of hoping he would play more minions, but he just played a Harpy instead. So the Hounds can deal 2 damage. Steady Shot is 2 more damage. That's enough damage to kill him, but just. Wow. So there's this. Defender of Argus. Good thing that wasn't an Azure Drake, or I would have actually probably lost this game. So if I hadn't gotten the kill right here, I would have had to I would have had to use Hunter's Mark of the Demolisher and Explosive Shot the Harpy to clear them both out. Then Eaglehorn Bow plus Steady Shot would have taken me down to, you know, 1 health, and if he had any point of damage at all, he would have actually beaten me. So that was a bit of a close game. Let me think about this and try to be honest. Did I play that well? Did I play that game well? He chose to hit me with his Leper Gnome instead of trading it for my Panda. And I chose to race with the Panda instead of killing off the Leper Gnome myself. I think I made the correct decision. I mean, I came close to losing, but I was kind of unlucky because I had a lot of dead cards. I think before I drew all those cards, my general odds of winning were pretty good because I was dealing more damage to him than he was. And there's really no way that I could have predicted he was going to have... This guy apparently drafted every single secret that he saw. So I don't think it was... I think in order to like play better that game, I would have had to play around the potential for him to have a scribjillion secrets. And I don't think that would have been right. I mean, what are the odds that he would have a bajillion secrets? Pretty small. So I think just given that, you know, I was dealing 3 damage to his 2, and I had a bunch of removal, so once he started playing minions, I would have been able to kill it all. I think I made the correct play. Now, the game ended up being very close because he didn't play normally. He didn't play a bunch of minions, or any minions. He just played secret after secret after secret. So that is why things were as close as they were. It was a very unorthodox procession to the game. So yes, I realize I'm kind of tooting my own horn here, but hopefully if you've been watching me long enough, you know that I'm willing to own up to my mistakes. And in that particular game, I don't think I played wrong. I think it just came down to the wire because of luck, but he still, you know, made the wrong choice and I made the right one. Well, hopefully this person doesn't have a turn 1 play. Good. This is actually a very strong start. I didn't comment on that because I was talking about the other game, but I've got the Berserker, which discourages him from making his recruits. Then I have a Fairy Dragon, Scarlet Crusader, and Senjin. Yesterday in the stream, Fronomo, a friendly viewer, asked me, in general, Boris, do you prefer to be first or second? And I was unable to give him an honest answer to that because it really depends on your hand. I mean, with a hand like this, when you have 2, 2, 3, 4, it's much better to be second than first, clearly. But if it was 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd rather be first. So I think a lot of people try to, you know, focus a lot on like what's better, being first or being second. And I don't think that's exactly a particularly fruitful way to think about it. I think you have to think about it like, under what cases is it better to be first? Under which is it better to be second? Notice my opponent did not make a recruit, even though he could have, because he did not want me enraging my Berserker. And that's a pretty fair choice, honestly. I mean, making a recruit would have saved him 2 damage now, but then he would have started taking 5 damage later, and then he would have not been able to play Yetis and Senjins and whatnot. So, let's see if he's got a good answer here. Maybe a Peacekeeper would be pretty good. Yeah, he's got a Peacekeeper. He's actually going to Peacekeep my Berserker now. I think that's a mistake. I think that's a stone-cold blunder. Because what he should have done is should have Peacekeeped... Wow, that's a really bad mistake, actually. It's one of the worst mistakes I've seen in a while. Because he should have Peacekeeped the Fairy. And the Fairy and the Berserker would have to together combine to kill the Peacekeeper. I notice I have nothing in my hand that would deal with this. But because of what he did, I can just kill the Peacekeeper like that. And move on with my life. Nightmare Under Boris, why are you playing this instead of playing Scarlet Crusader? Well, I'm gambling that I want more minions on the board rather than less. This is, you know, just a more power and toughness total than the Scarlet Crusader. And it looks like I think I made a pretty reasonable choice here. So what I'm going to do here is buff up these guys. Kill the Harvest Golem. Use the Pig to kill the damaged Golem. And swing that to space. Now you might be wondering, Boris, why didn't you enrage this guy against the Golem? Well, because then a Consecration would have finished this off and killed the Hunter and killed my Pig. This way, Consecration's bad because it'll just enrage the Berserker. It's actually going to silence the Berserker, so that turns it back into a 2-3 because it gets rid of the Peacekeeping as well as the Enrage and the Defender buff. So I'm considering actually playing Explosive Shot right there. That'll kill both of his minions, and I'll take my whole turn. I'll deal 3, 5, 7 damage to him. Is that worth doing? Or should I just play Senjin and Arcane Shot the Owl? I can actually ignore the owl, just kill it with the defender. Play Ascension and a Worgen Infiltrator. Then a Consecration would clear almost all my board. If he was willing to throw the Panther away, he could clear everything but the Silenced Berserker. Alright, I'm going to go for the Explosive Shot here. It's not the best use of Explosive Shot, but it has the qualitative advantage of maintaining my tempo. So now I'm up against a Paladin. I've got 7 damage per turn, more if I Steady Shot, and I've got Arcane Shot as well for some extra damage. Plus I've got my 3 Toughness guys, so I'm staying above Consecration levels.
Silver Moon.
Okay, this I'm not that concerned about. Leper, no, not that concerned about either. So this looks pretty good. Another Explosive Shot, huh? Pop the Divine Shield, Explosive Shot, clears board, swing for... Oh, man. I mean, so do I let Paladins keep creatures, or do I make an exception to my rule of thumb and just start going for broke? Let's go for broke here. This is a lot of damage that I'm dealing. And now my opponent needs to really be concerned. So with the Consecration, he actually couldn't clear my board because I have 3 minions that survive Consecration. He could kill 2 of them off, but he'd have to leave 1 of them alive. So it's 2 damage, 4 damage, 5, 6 damage. He's at 3 health. He's in a lot of trouble. He actually concedes because he doesn't even have a Consecration. So that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, do please consider liking the video and or subscribing to my channel. I'd appreciate your help tremendously. And if you want to see how this run ends, stay tuned. I'll post the rest of the game shortly. See you in just a tad.